Earlier on, coming down the tunnel, ready to you can feel the excitement for the new season. And Greg, when you were playing, is there an opening day that really stands out in your mind?
Back in '95, I think it was, when we started the season with back-to-back wins. And the team was feeling good. Then we promptly lost 21 straight.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Sharing the wing spots, it's Allen and Middleton. Giannis and Lopez hold down the post for him. And it's Holiday in at the point. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Durant for three. Drains the three, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, KD still a net after asking for a trade. The team looked but didn't feel a deal was there. And Durant will continue to play, but you feel like this story could drag on until the trade deadline or beyond.
That's good from Durant. Doris, let me ask you this. Is Kevin Durant the greatest scoring forward ever?
I think he is, Kevin, but I also think that limits his greatness, because when Kevin Durant is done and you consider the combination of his handle, his shooting, and the size, we've never seen that combination to this level. He will go down as one of the greatest ever, regardless of attribute you're trying to assign to him.
Claxton the pass to Irving. And the Nets, another three.
So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
Here's Milwaukee now. 7-point differential. Here's Giannis. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
And Greg, even with teams daring Giannis to shoot from outside, his career three-point percentage stuck below 30%.
And still an elite scorer because of his proficiency at the rim. But it's been said before, if he adds the triple, he'll be truly unguardable.
That one misses.
And the Bucks are on a tremendous run here. The most consecutive playoff appearances since that streak they had back from 1980 to 91.
Allen kicks to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Just 5 to shoot. And to Antetokounmpo. Brooklyn with the rebound. Greg, and back to the Bucks. The question is, how much longer do you think is their window?
That's just it, Kevin. They've got the players to win now, and that has to be the attitude moving forward. They're built to do it again. Just need to push all the right buttons.
Here's KD. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Kevin Durant will go down as one of the most skilled shooters in the history of the game. This guy is a walking bucket, and he continues to terrorize defenses.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
The first one falls. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Portis is checked in.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line. And, boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Pass to Lopez. Durant against Portis. Allen with the screen for Middleton. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. 5th best, the Bucks.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Now Now the pass to O'Neal. It's Durant on the wing. No good that time. Great D that time from Portis. Passes it to Lopez. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. No good with the triple. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. They lead by 7. Pass to KD. This one for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Last time they met was in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
Outside Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Middleton for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris passes to Irving. And here is Durant. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Irving against Holiday. And it's Kyrie Irving with the 3. Irving's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Nets.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Here's Lopez. Good on the triple.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Durant just inside the line. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Durant against Portis. Nobody near Allen. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
No good from Irving.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Holiday finds Portis. Here's Middleton. Lopez, a screen on O'Neal. Middleton can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 6. The 3. It's rebounded by Portis. The Bucks have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Outside Holiday. The rebound by the Nets. Here's O'Neal. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Harris outside. Poked away. 5 to shoot. Irving dishes to KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. KD's got 13.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And after all the drama and wanting out, Kyrie Irving remains a Net. Feels like a bit of a farewell tour, but winning can heal all, and you never know what the future may hold, especially with Kyrie.
Vince Carter in attendance has to be pleased overall with what he's seen.
I mean, he had some great years with this Nets franchise. One of the better eras during their New Jersey years, where not a lot of winning had taken place since their ABA days back in the 70s.
Here's Portis. No points in the game yet for him. In the corner, it's Harris. Over Allen. Misses off the left iron.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Middleton against O'Neal. The three. Middleton can't get it to go.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Durant. Drains it from 17 feet out. KD's got 15.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Portis kicks to Lopez. Pass to Middleton. Fires for three. A rebound by the Nets.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Durant, no good. Bucks trail by 11. Holiday looking over the floor. Lopez outside, and the pass to Middleton. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
Holiday against Irving. Durant just inside the line. The rebound by Middleton. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Five on the clock. Lets it go from 14. Almost, but it rolls out.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Allen passes to Portis. The dish now to Holiday. Here's Middleton. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Changes for Brooklyn. Morris is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. T.J. Warren comes in for O'Neal. And it's Seth Curry in for Joe Harris. And then for Milwaukee, Wara checked in. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Allen.
And the picture of consistency, Chris Middleton is like a metronome. Gives you 20 points, over 5 rebounds and assists every year.
Pass to Irving. Three-pointer. No good there. And Milwaukee the other way now. Carter looking around. Pass to Portis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And one reason for Middleton's consistency, he plays at his own pace.
And that's a great point, Kevin. With his size and shooting touch, he doesn't need to blow by his man to score. All about getting to his spots.
And the first one at the line is good. George Hill's checked in for the Bucks. He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line. And Kevin Durant has talked about the Big 15 for the Nets, but Doris depth has been a concern.
Yes, but Kevin, give Kevin Durant credit because he understands that he cannot win a championship by himself. An organization has got to manage payroll with big contracts and then find bargain role players. It's going to be a key to achieving their goals.
Irving against Carter. Pass to KD. Morris a screen to stop the drought. Carter pulls it in. Bucks trail by 5. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. With this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Bucks second.
Well, they made a huge commitment to rebounding last year, and it showed in the numbers. They were spectacular.
Curry dishes to KD. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Bobby Portis.
I mean, defensively, you are just contending with so much when you're checking Kevin Durant. It's not just the length. This guy is one of the most skilled, gifted offensive players in NBA history.
That's good from Durant. Unlike a lot of perimeter-oriented teams, GA, offensively, the Bucks can really play inside out.
No doubt, and teams pack in the lane against Milwaukee, but Giannis in particular is a terrific passer, and if you leave a shooter open, he tends to find it.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for Brooklyn.
Boy, you think about a team that was as heavily laden with talent as the Brooklyn Nets were when they had Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden, but obviously injuries played a part. The big trade happens. A lot of bumps in the road for a roster that looked built to contend.
And the Bucks miss again. Brooklyn leading by 7. Curry is inside. Carter on him. Curry's shot is good.
Well, as reliable as it gets from the mid-range. Seth Curry very good at finding those opportunities in those spaces.
Despite the Nets' shifting lineup score, they're still fairly dominant.
Well, that's a credit to their organization. You have to be able to push aside the drama, shut out the noise, and when the ball is tipped, just focus on the game right in front of you.
Sumner kicks to Durant. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And just using that length to his full advantage, Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
The Bucks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Both good from the line that time.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Connaughton passes to Hill. to the middle. Here's Lopez. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, given his height, Lopez has an ability to power through contact. Just tremendous strength from the big man.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Thomas checked in for the Nets. That free throw good from Lopez.
Well, Brook Lopez, such a versatile scorer. He's got great low post moves. He can also step away and face up and make jump shots. Very difficult bind for the defenders.
Right wing. Nwora, the pass to Lopez. The Bucks working the ball around. The pass to Nwora. Stolen by Warren. And oh, here we go. Warren's got it. The fast break chance. It's Thomas on the wing. Good on the bucket. And the Nets lead by 10.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Sumner kicks to Warren. Dishes to Thomas. And the layup is good. And now a 12-point Brooklyn lead.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
1 second left, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Brooklyn, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Bucks trail by 12. So at Durant sitting on the bench. This is the group that Jacque Vaughn has right now. The guard set is Irving and Curry. O'Neal is out there with Thomas. And it's Claxton in at the center position. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. Katie says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Passes it to Claxton. Clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Curry can't get it to go. Bucks trail by 14. Over in the corner, Allen. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Back to Allen. Launches a three. Offensive rebound. And that one drops for him. Antetokounmpo's got 6 points.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Curry outside. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Allen for three. Sinks the triple. Allen's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bucks. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Pass to Lopez. Outside Holiday. Harris is checked in for Thomas. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lopez, a screen on Irving. Stolen away. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Guys, Kyrie Irving stronger than he looks, absorbs the contact and still converts.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. You know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Harris finds Curry from past the arc. The rebound by the Bucks. Holiday's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Antetokounmpo. O'Neal against Allen. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Durant's checked in. Here's Middleton. That misses off the backboard. Nets leading by 15. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The pass to Irving. Shoots the 3. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
And he's good on the first of 3.
When Kyrie Irving is engaged, guys, this guy is almost unstoppable. The handle, the finishing ability, the absolute fearlessness when the game hangs in the balance.
Good on the second free throw. And he nails the 3rd.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. Outside Holiday. Passes to Giannis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
And guarding Giannis on the interior, no easy task. He's got ways to score over, under, and through.
Harris's shot is good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Giannis. Misses the layup. Brooklyn with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. O'Neal dishes to Harris. And the foul on Drew Holiday. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
Here's Claxton, defended by Portis. Claxton no good. Giannis outside. And the foul on Joe Harris. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Antetokounmpo inside. Guarded by KD. And Giannis gets it to go on the assist by Portis. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Takes the 13-footer, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Claxton.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Shot clock at 2. Claxton. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. Coming off a terrific season. How about 30 points per game? 11 rebounds and 5 assists. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option, and understandably, they got him the rock.
Allen for 3. Milwaukee the rebound. He shoots again. And Giannis with the layup. Giannis has got 12 in the game.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Here's KD. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Durant, that's good. The Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Kings. Outside Portis. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Allen with the screen for Antetokounmpo. Back to Allen. Launches it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Allen's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
Here's Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. 14 points for him.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Step back shot. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Here's Irving. And it's good for 2. And the Nets lead by 16.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
And Holiday kicks to Giannis. Outside Portis. Pass to Allen. Outside Holiday. There's Portis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Free throw good, Portis. For a while, the East was all LeBron. And the West? Of course, as we know, the West was dominated by Golden State. But now, does the league, do you feel more wide open?
Well, certainly when you look at last season, I thought there were 4 teams in the East that absolutely had a shot to make the finals. Contingent on health. Obviously, Milwaukee, without Chris Middleton, struggled to get over the finish line. In the West, you had 3 teams who I thought legitimately could advance. So certainly the gap between playoff teams feels smaller.
The pass to Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Hill, a screen on Irving. Here's Giannis. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Morris with a screen on Carter. Irving for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Bucks trail by 15. Hill with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Well, incredible dribbling from George Hill. This guy a master at knowing when to penetrate.
Here's Sumner. He's guarded by Hill. And here's Morris for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring him back.
And Giannis's journey, GA, so incredibly compelling. A full-length movie made about his and his brother's path to the NBA.
Well, you hear that saying, my life is like a movie. Never truer than for Giannis. It's been an odyssey for the Greek freak.
Offensive rebound. And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And a terrific offensive display here from Giannis, just reminding us of how dominant he can be.
Up top, Warren, covered by Giannis. Warren, good. Warren's got his first bucket in this one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The 3 from Hill. Morris with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 16. Passes it to Irving. Here's Sumner. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Hill. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Harris. Hill. And he banks in the layup. Hill's got 4 this quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
From 13, and it's Irving missing. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 14. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Irving against Carter. Pass to Morris. Wide open look. And the jumper is on the mark. Morris has got 7 points in the game.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
On the wing, Giannis. He's covered by Warren. Antetokounmpo passes to Portis. Over Morris. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Hill. Harris against Giannis. There's the pass to Portis. Shoots over Warren. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Portis.
And the passing skills of Giannis continue to improve. His floor awareness has grown through the years.
Morris with a screen on Cook. And on the way from Irving for three. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
A bunch of tough games on the road. They'll learn a lot about that.
Now, looking at the first half of play in our featured game, what a disaster it's been for the Bucks.
They couldn't get anything from beyond the arc. Obviously, plenty of bad shots, but they couldn't even hit wide open ones. They need to regroup. I'm telling you, regroup with some kind of rhythm and get on pace.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton, the small forward, with Giannis Antetokounmpo as the power forward. Holiday and Allen have guard duties, and it's Lopez in at the 5 roaming the paint. Back to Irving. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Middleton. Holiday with it. Guarded now by Irving. Outside Holiday. Allen finds Lopez. Now Giannis. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Durant. Great showing for him last season. Last season put up about 30 points a game, 6 assists and 7 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Here's Harris. That one misses. The Bucks go the other way with it. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. And again, the Bucks miss. Nets leading by 12. KD with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Bucks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And here is Allen. He's got 9. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. It's deflected.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Lopez. Now Durant. He's got 21. Kicks to O'Neal. Here's Curry with the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got 5 points so far.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. Last season, he played outstanding. And with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year, always a threat to cause a turnover. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Passes it to Allen. And here's Giannis. Allen with the screen for Giannis. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Durant. Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
And Antetokounmpo inside. KD's on him. Pass to Middleton. 6 to shoot. Middleton, a screen on KD. They grabbed their own miss. That one good for 2. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, it's just solid awareness by Brook Lopez, working hard to get his team a second opportunity.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. Taken away by Holiday. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
And Brooklyn has possession. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Eyes again. And Durant sends it back.
Wow, twice on the pipes of Kevin Durant. That's the length coming into play right there.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Thomas checked in for Kyrie Irving. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Bucks trail by 18. Shot clock at 5. Outside Holiday. Fires the 3. Drops in the tray. Holiday's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And hard to defend that any better. Holiday is just terrific at hitting shots while under duress.
Thomas dishes to Curry. Outside Thomas. The rebound by the Bucks. Middleton with it. He has 5. Here's Allen. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Allen's got 11.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
On the jam by Kevin Durant.
We are talking about one of the greatest scorers in the history of NBA basketball. Kevin Durant doing some work right now.
Here's Allen. The shot comes out. Good D by Thomas. Another one falls for Brooklyn. Bucks trail by 17. Pass to Lopez. Outside Holiday. Allen finds Lopez. Now Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Holiday with the 3. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And now in his 14th NBA season, just 1 All-Star appearance for Jrue Holiday, but that belies his greatness as a player. And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Claxton the pass to Thomas. High post shot. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Claxton's got his 2nd basket of the night. You know, Greg, you can make the case Jrue Holiday is the prototypical two-way guard.
You know, and defense can sometimes go overlooked. Just 1 All-Star game, but Jrue's impact perhaps greater than some other players with multiple All-Star seasons.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Wara checked in. Holiday with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And there's the pass to Wara. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Wara's got his 1st bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Curry on the wing. It's Thomas on the wing. From about 16, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Brook Lopez. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
the three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it.
And he makes the first. So for the Nets, Markieff Morris is checked in for Durant, and it's T.J. Warren in for O'Neal. The Bucks also changing it up. Carter, he's checked in for Chris Middleton, and George Hill's subbed in for Drew Holiday. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 16-point game. Here's Lopez, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
You simply have to remember that Brook Lopez can stroke the jumper. This guy on catch and shoot is terrific.
Curry kicks to Morris. Curry on the wing. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Hill. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Free throw good, Curry.
Seth Curry gives testament to the fact that you do not have to be drafted to find your way to being an integral part of teams. This guy is a tremendous basketball player.
Harris is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. He hits both from the stripe.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And Carter has it in the corner. And another three for Milwaukee.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Connaughton, and it's blocked. Feeds to Lopez. Over Thomas. Rebounded by the Nets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Here's Warren, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Warren's got his second bucket.
It's about all you can do as a defender. Warrington just that talented and has that kind of focus when necessary.
Lopez passes to Connaughton. Curry with the steal. Now, here's Warren. Guarded closely. Lopez with the steal. And, oh, here we go. Carter's got it in a fast break chance. Connaughton finds Carter. It's deflected.
Boy, T.J. Warren showing some activity on the defensive end. Great timing on that block.
Nets leading by 14. Outside Thomas. Over Lopez. Lopez with the block. Connaughton passes to Hill. Here's Nwora, covered by Morris. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Nets have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Thomas kicks to Curry. Three-pointer. That shot is off. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Hill dishes to Lopez. Second chance shot, and the layup is good. Lopez has got 9 points here in the second half.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Thomas against Connaughton. The basket counts, and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Solid work at the line a season ago, 83%. on his opportunities.
Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Hill. Free throw good, Thomas. 1:12 left in the third quarter. Middleton outside. Fires from deep. Morris with the rebound. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The lead is 15. Passes to Thomas. He kicks it to Harris. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got 6 points.
This is what we call a sniper from the outside. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
Pass to Middleton. 34 seconds left to play in the third. And the three ball is good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
It's Thomas outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight. Carter finds Middleton. Lopez, a screen on Harris.
And that's why Middleton got that giant extension. He can stretch the floor.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Nets up by 12. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. The guard set is Irving and Curry, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Well, Kyrie Irving has a well-earned reputation for making the difficult shots. That is beautiful.
Pass to Holiday. Now here's Portis. Over Claxton. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Portis. Portis has gone 3 for 4 here from the field. The pass to O'Neal. Here's Claxton. Nets passing it around. Outside for Durant. Great D that time for Middleton. Bucks trail by 12. Here's Connaughton. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Here's Irving. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, the defense was there. It just simply didn't matter to Kyrie Irving. This guy makes a living hitting contested shots.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And that one falls for Irving. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Passes it to Portis. Rebounded by the Nets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Irving with it. Outguarded by Giannis. Outside Holiday. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Allen for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Irving passes to Claxton. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside Holiday. To the paint. Allen surveying the D. Oh, good on the 3. Brooklyn leading by 10. To the inside. It's Solomon to Kumbo. Inside. And that one is hammered home.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
Pass to Irving. The tray. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They're showing so much passion and determination here at the end. They're close to the lead, but still have plenty of work left to do.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Timeout called the Nets.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Bucks on defense. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And the call will go against Grayson Allen. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Irving. Pass to Claxton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 8th assist in the game. Katie against Antetokounmpo. Allen outside. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Claxton the pass to Irving. No good from outside.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
The kick out to Holiday. There's the pass to Lopez. Back to Holiday. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Brooklyn with the ball. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to KD from deep three-point range. Milwaukee with the rebound. Holiday's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Irving with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Lopez with the block. Middleton dishes to Giannis. Back to Middleton. Lopez sets a screen for Middleton. Fader on the way. And the nice bucket inside from Lopez. Lopez has got 4 this quarter.
Well, we know Brook Lopez can play with strength. He is amazing at converting these difficult opportunities.
Pass to Irving. Got a piece of it. Here's Curry. And the Nets miss again.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Lopez passes to Holiday. From deep out to the Kumbo. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. And so it's Irving who brings it up for Brooklyn. It's a 1-point game. And here's Middleton. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Holiday against Irving. Middleton outside. Back to Holiday. 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo. That's a 2-pointer. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Irving dishes to Curry. Back to Irving. The Andrew Trout. The shot will not fall. And Milwaukee the other way now. Allen kicks to Antetokounmpo. Another miss by Giannis.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
The pass to Durant. There's the triple. The rebound by Holiday. Holiday's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Here's Middleton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there may be more in store.
Antetokounmpo against KD. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Back to Durant. Takes the 13-footer. 2 points. That one goes. Durant's got 5 points in the quarter.
Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
Kept alive. Here's Giannis. Good. Nice job down low. Giannis has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And you know he knows He's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. Milwaukee on D. He dishes it to Irving. Durant with a screen on Holiday. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. And a miss there on the triple. Brooklyn's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Outside Irving. Nets passing it around beyond the arc. Milwaukee with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's the dish to Holiday. To the middle. .146 left to play in the final quarter. Holiday against Irving. Inside, 6 on the shot clock, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
How big might this sort of mistake play out? You never know, but sometimes these are game changers.
And it's the Bucks ball. They're on a 20-7 run. The kick out to Holiday. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Holiday's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks. Moving against Holiday. Durant trying to break free. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Kyrie's history is that of being a big shot maker. Free throw line opportunity right here with the game in the balance.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
There's a calm to Kyrie's game. That should help him right now.
And he does get the second one. And that brings them within 2.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt them. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Big trip for Giannis. Normally at the stripe, he's better in the pressure moments.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, 2-possession game now after knocking both of those down.
Irving with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Irving passes to Harris, and the Nets miss again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
It's Tecumbo.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Here's Irving, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Man, that is a good one. Kyrie really just comes alive when the game gets tight.
That's good from Irving. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
That was a big one. You could hear it.
And sometimes the silence of a crowd can speak volumes.
Holiday against Irving. Off target from 3-point range. And so they choose to intentionally foul. It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Irving for 3. Harris passes to Irving. Connects from downtown.
You just want Kyrie Irving to keep his foot on the gas pedal. He's cooking offensively. Keep it going.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
From deep. And so the Bucks take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you. But they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Brooke.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.